little test here for volume.
I heard we have to get all the way up to the yellows almost, and we're not there yet.
Well, let's see. I'm up to the yellows.
You are. Well,
you got to bring your mic up closer to your mouth.
That's your natural boosting baritone. Oh, they have arrived.
Oh, well, we definitely have a team. The Yules are here.
So our featured game is CapeCod team with Kathy Yule, Diana Massa, Matt DeLuca, and Francesca Della Fimini.
I like how you say that. It almost sounds sexy.
And on the other side, you can do that part.
Bucks too. We got Joe Phillips, Nancy GVDH, Cindy Bush, and I can't even read her first name. Deanne Rudd. And Roland, who is the fifth, who will be doing the announcing today.
So better be careful with my comments. And let's start by wishing Nancy a very happy birthday.
Oh, yes. Our 39th, I believe, right?
Close.
Yes. So, we can cut her in half and count the rings. This should be a really good game, I believe, Roland. Two equally placed teams here, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, we saw CapeCod narrowly defeating the team from Potomac yesterday.
Well, basically all the opening round games have been pretty close, except for the one on Sheet A earlier. That was a whitewash if I've ever seen one.
I don't think. I think maybe the one team didn't have enough beers yet. That's my concern.
Yeah, I'm all about the B bracket.
And on Sheet A, by the way, we have now a fully dressed up Albany 2 team that clearly is having a Star Wars team going for them, though Wookie still looks like Jesus.
Well, I mean, if her skirt was any shorter, you'd see her 3PO.
I'll just be quiet here.
Well, we're underway, Roland.
And there they go.
And the clock is running. Well, they're on it hard, trying to get themselves a tight guard here, I believe.
Very tight. And it will just make it.
I think they're going to get this thing to a solid 2.
Very nice.
Good sweep in there.
On this beautiful ice, the ice crew had to hurry. I mean, they were left no time whatsoever after 2 of the other games went to extra ends.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround. Thank God we have some pretty good ice masters here, Roland.
Mm-hmm. Well, since they did a full scrape, pretty good. Deanne puts the corner guard up.
Well, we got 6 viewers out there. That's more
6,
than I would even hope
6
for.
more than we thought.
Yeah, and I'm one of them. So actually we have 5 of them. So, I mean, if you're out there in YouTube land, tune in. I mean, just to hear the commentary of Roland here is just well worth it. Well, that's they got the guards they want up front.
They do. And now Joe's going to try and put that corner guard to use.
She looks like she's curled before, Roland.
Yeah, this is Canadian thing, you know. She's born and raised in Canada, but moved to the U.S. like many curlers in the U.S. And she puts it right behind there, a little heavy.
Yeah, we didn't have curling in Croydon, where I grew up.
Oh, a little heavy. Is it just touching?
Yeah, that's
no,
the ice is super quick tonight.
The ice is phenomenal. So, yeah, your first bout was early this morning.
Yeah, like I said, the ice was great. Just quicker than I thought. I got to credit that Wayne Anderson for that.
Yeah, he was giving excellent commentary. We can only hope to get somewhere close there. And Meanwhile, I think I saw an Austrian takeout in
Yes.
seat 1. Okay, well, the game is getting going. It's very nice to see ice full of players here on a nice Friday afternoon.
Yeah, we got a pretty solid attendance here in the warm room. People sitting in our stadium seating, watching the games. This is what we dreamt about when we came up with this concept of redoing our warm room.
I remember when everything looked like absolute crap.
Yeah, the bleachers in the cold was never a fun thing to do, but you could drink a good game there.
Yeah, when Kevin and Jane decided to turn this ice hockey ring into a true curling extravaganza, and what a beautiful club it is.
I think Cindy's trying to do a draw under here, I believe.
Yep.
They're on it. Maybe a little, probably just a takeout here. And roll under.
And count. Good shot.
Yeah.
Oh, those pens, those look like your pens.
Yes.
Not that you have a patent on those pens, but now the Norwegian team has decided to no longer come, so the World Games are a lot more boring suddenly with all these black pants again.
She might have nicked the guard there. Oh, no, that was actually a great sweep there.
And that changes the situation.
So it's a little bit colder on the ice today than yesterday. I see Nancy's is still in full wardrobe.
Oh,
she was shredding clothes like a stripper.
Yesterday was 83 degrees when we started. And now it's more like 61, so it's a 20 degrees drop.
That's a big difference.
No, I'll leave it to you to talk about the humidity because I don't know anything about that.
That's wetness in the air, Roland.
Yeah, I know that, you smart ass.
I think the commentary went downhill on this one already.
Yeah. Okay,
that's a good draw.
Is it too heavy though? No.
Yeah. No, it'll sit in the back of the house. I don't know if it's going to be a counter.
Barely.
It's definitely red is counting right now.
Well, two teams start off with feeling out how the ice is. I heard that from the team of Albany that the man who plays the Wookiee or
Bathrobe Jesus is not feeling too well right now.
He had a very tough night.
Yes.
And
they closed the club here at 3 o'clock yesterday in the morning.
And he thought maybe to change his role to Lazarus, but
I don't know if that's a good one to follow.
Okay. Let's see what the strategy is here. Probably to put one behind the guard.
A lot of serious faces going out there,
No.
Embiid. I don't see a lot of smiling.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have fun when you curl.
That or you're going to be very disappointed.
You will be.
Okay, that was just a little bit short, but it's going to count. We'll give
It's actually not a bad shot there.
Nancy will probably try to take it out and roll one there.
Joe very deliberate with his calls.
It's always nice to see my predictions being followed.
It actually sounds like you know what you're talking about.
I played a lot with Joe. Actually, in this tournament, the first time I was there. This is the 5th time it's played. The first time they played it, I was on Joe's team. He's a very good skip.
Looks like Nancy was coming at this with control.
It just hopes to roll a bit. I don't know.
Well, maybe roll the other way won't be bad.
That does that for the counter in the back.
Well, if you're out there watching this game, feel free to live chat with any questions you have. I don't know how much we could answer, but we enjoy looking at it and trying to sound foolish.
Which we have no problem with whatsoever. We'll give you an update on the other games going on that you can't see. The featured game is on CP. Now, are you going to try and play Russ Howard or Vic?
I'm going to try to play like Michael Vick.
It's a pity you can't draw errors on the
it would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would look like tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, I mean, there is a computer there that will allow you to see what the audience is seeing, which is actually slightly different from what we are seeing.
Yeah, I like this call here, Roland. I like sitting right on top of that. You're going to be shot. And you got to look at Princess Leia running down the ice here.
There's a sight to behold. Obi-Wan, you're our final hope. At last.
This has got a little bit of weight to it. It's got to really move. I don't know if it's going to move with this kind of weight. I think he's playing the tick now, ain't he? Yes. Oh, he did play the tick. Oh, that is, it almost worked out. That's good a plan B there by Joe.
Yeah, a little heavy.
That's the problem. If you throw any kind of weight, you're not getting any curl today.
That was a good decision, Joe, to make the best out of that. Very nice ice for people with excellent draw weight and hard work for the sweepers. On sheet D, we have a mixed team led by Pring. Matt Pring against a team from Eric Sheets from Philadelphia. On sheet C, it's Rosemary Morgan playing from Philadelphia, playing Aaron Dubberly's team called the Skip Too Many, or Abundance of Skips, or
One Too Many Skips.
Indicating that apparently they don't have any leads on that team with the skips.
Yes.
And on team A, we have Buck 6 with Dave Schmel skipping against the Rebel Scum from Albany. Appropriately attired as R2-D2, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Jesus Annex Chewbacca.
We like to call him Chew Jesus.
For those who can't see him, he is dressed in a brown bathrobe, which must be very, very warm.
I got to tell you one thing right now. Bathrobe Jesus looks a little green to the gills.
You know, there's one thing that ice masters do not very much like.
No. he might have turned water into wine too many times last night. That's all I can say.
As long as that water will stay inside. Okay, the situation here is developing. It's still CapeCod lying 1.
All right, so I think Joe's just going to try to come down on top of it. The same shot he called for Nancy.
And tap it back a bit.
Yeah. Well, even if you freeze, they can't take you out, and you will be sitting on the button.
With the ice he's taking, he might actually go for the straight freeze. Is our broadcast in black and white or in color?
It's in color, I believe.
Okay, and no one will fail to see the rather bright pink.
Yeah, she is standing out pretty much. You could see her probably from Warminster.
Joe's sliding out.
Oh, the weight looks good. It's just whether it's going to move. I think he might have gave himself too much ice here.
It will move. It will move.
It better start.
It will move. Trust me. There he comes.
It's not moving, Roland.
Okay.
And he's heavy.
Yep. Okay.
That's a bad combination of things that went wrong there.
Wide and heavy?
Wide and heavy. You don't want to see that on your honeymoon.
I don't think narrow and small is much liked either.
I'll take narrow and small any day over wide and heavy.
You do. Okay, that's enough for it. There's young people listening to you.
They should be in school, Roland. All right, we're up to 11 followers right now. We hope we don't lose you. Welcome to the, what draw is this, Roland?
This is the 5th 2 last night, 2 this morning. So
This is the fifth draw. Yes.
Fifth draw. So this means that we see teams on the ice that have already played.
Yes, you're into now. This, I believe, is all A bracket teams right now.
One of these teams is going to win the tournament.
One of these teams will win the tournament. Now this looks like it could be really good top 12 weight here.
Making Joe's life very difficult.
This is a really good draw. Oh, that's going to block it very well. If they could get it, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's still a draw here.
It's tougher with the guard there on the left side. Oh, you mean that there's still a draw on the right? There is, yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be really.
But he's coming from the left side here, huh?
He is. He's
giving himself a lot of ice here.
I think his reasoning might be that he doesn't want to accidentally tap the red in for 2.
Gotcha.
And he will settle for the loss of 1 if necessary.
I mean, he has to basically touch button here.
Mm-hmm. See the mighty Pring is on sheet D. He's going to have a tough battle with Sheets.
Yes, he will be.
And there's Joe. It really looks good from here, but everything looks good from here.
I didn't see what the score happened on sheet A, but apparently Rebel Scum must have.
Oh, look at that.
Took some.
That was way lighter. This is, of course, one of those problems. If you haven't curled on that side of the ice, it's slower. And he was underthrowing it. Lost the point.
It was good color.
Yeah, the teams are not helping us with the scores at this moment.
Now, I definitely Albany scored on that front end because they
very astute.
They just threw their second rock. If I can do my math correctly.
Yep, it's normal. The team that makes the score that starts off. So Dave having to do some repair work here.
I see they did a little switching around here. Cassie's now throwing a lead. They must have moved Tim up to vice. That's a nice shot. Joe's calling. Joe's calling. Very powerful player. Go to the wings. He's trying to. This is a multiple score end here. This works out.
All these teams have a very strong incentive to win. First of all, they want to win, of course, to win the tournament. But secondly, they want to avoid the 8 o'clock draw tomorrow.
The 8 o'clock draw tomorrow is death. That's what you get for losing your second game.
Okay, well, let's see. Jesus seems to be all over it. That looks pretty nice. Very nice shot. Still no score on sheet A or D. I would think that my prediction would be that the team from Plainfield, led by Skip Aaron Doubley, has a pretty good chance.
You would think so. He's got a tremendous team. But Rosemary's no slouch herself.
Yep. Last call for lunch.
Last call for lunch. Anybody out there willing to come up here to grab a bite to eat? The vittles are good here. This looks a little strong here. No, I didn't even see the stone there because Joe was crouching down in my view.
I thought I would be quiet.
I guess I should look at the overhead monitor instead of at Joe's ass that was blocking everything.
Yeah, nice shot from D. And Joe now lying comfortable too.
That's, yeah, he's setting this end up for multiple. Jesus with his second shot on She Day.
I hope he's not using any supernatural powers there.
This looks a little tight. They're really going at it.
Yeah, it will crash.
He might actually raise this in, right? The little split ain't a bad thing here. They opened it up, so they got a clear takeout. Joe's going to play this against to the wing, yes. That's the correct call.
I am glad you agree with him.
I'm glad Joe is agreeing with me.
Now, of course, still have to make that call.
Well, this is Cindy should be able to make this. She's done this shot 100 times, even with her bright pink blouse.
She is.
She's very bright
visible
today.
All shiny and bubbly.
You said she's shiny and bubbly?
Bubbly. Okay, nice shot. Oh, almost cleared the heck there.
This has got to move a little. It looks a little deep.
A little heavy.
And it's really hanging. If it stays in the house, it's fine, but I don't think it will be. Joe cannot be happy with that. Yeah, because that screws your end up right there.
It does. One thing you didn't want, a heavy draw.
Nope. She's going to have to pay for that later tonight with Joe.
Yeah, that turns this whole end around.
It sure does. Now you're looking at problems, maybe one or a blank.
Or a blank.
And if this can get to the wings, really makes it a tough one.
Yep. No, very few curlers of our aptitude like takeouts on the wings.
Nope. I know I don't, Roland.
There's no guidance from the midline. You have to be true to the broom. And
She kind of released that narrow.
it did look that way.
She kind of almost pulled it, it looked like, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Does she have it though? They're still working.
No, no. She missed that by a half a stone. Oh, Joe, you can almost read Joe's lips there. He was not happy.
I think he knows. We'll have to work a little harder. You think the 8 o'clock draw would be suitable incentive?
You ain't kidding. That's the difference of drinking heavily tonight or drinking heavily tonight.
In a hotel room tonight.
Are you staying over tonight?
That depends on the result of this game. If
I think since it's Nancy's birthday,
yeah.
just let her celebrate.
Yeah, she has elected to celebrate at home when we win, and to stay over here when not. So, okay, that's a little short. I don't think that is what they wanted.
Well, Joe can still take out,
Yeah.
if he can nose this.
I roll over that.
Actually, if he can just nose it, it's a biter, and that's a great shot. It'll be out on the wings.
I think he preferred to roll on the dough.
All right. You have options.
Look at that positioning on the C sheet there.
You're lined up like Orion.
With one star too many in the
Yes. Yes.
middle. Oh, magnets.
You got to love Jane's magnets here. She keeps everybody informed of who's playing where and what stones they are throwing.
Yeah, for our audience, I mean, the reason that is, of course, slightly funny is that Kevin and Jane, who started this curling club, are very familiar with magnets.
They do like magnets. You know what? They make you attract to other things.
They have a magnet business, which is, I think, one of the best in the world on the internet. And, See, they have magnets for everything.
Yes. So the internet's used for other things. You can actually, okay.
Just selling magnets?
Yes, I didn't realize you could buy stuff on the internet. I thought you only had to look at things. This is going to be fine. Well, it wasn't a counter. I was hoping if she hit that nose, it would be biting.
Okay, and the fortunes are changing rapidly. Now, Joe, does have a chance for 2.
Well, you know what? If Nancy can draw under here, there's a possibility they could still get 2.
Yep. Oh, meanwhile, we have the score on sheet A. It was 1 point for Team Albany for the Rebel Scum.
I think the Rebel Scum's going to go with a powerful double here.
Princess Leia is setting up for. And Shuri is going to be a magnificent hit for 2. No.
Oh.
Nancy was a little heavy there.
That's been the trend today. Everything's been a little long.
Well, it's because the ice is so good here.
It is. It's quick.
Princess Leia looks a little white, but.
Yeah.
So the one score we don't know is the score on sheet D.
Who would have thought Joe would have been surrounded by 2 ladies?
Yeah. I mean, but let me ask you this: Is it normal that the second is actually also in the house?
No. I want my second far away as possible from me. Let alone my wife.
You know, I've been in this situation very often, and then you're the lead, and you're the only one on the other side.
Yeah, what is going on here? You feel shunned.
Shunned. Yeah, it's like it's that series again with the. Okay.
This looks like it's going to be about T weight here, Roland.
And it's definitely.
Oh, wow, that's even stronger than that. Wow. What have they done to this ice? It is super quick.
Yeah, it was just great, and that may have helped.
I'm going to blame the ice guys for my game today.
Well, who else would you blame?
Yeah. Not enough Miller Lite.
Well, you were playing Murray.
Yeah, when I saw that.
Not a lightweight.
Yeah. I was like, well, before we got in the game, I'm like, that B bracket sounds even better even as we started.
Okay, Rosemary has an important shot. I think she is lying at least 2 blues against, maybe 3.
She is. She's. Ooh, it's 2.
And Joe is elected to draw, obviously. Ideal shot would be slightly in front of the tee line. Still looks heavy, but
he's got backing, but
no, he might have found his weight. It looks good.
It looks real good.
A little bitter, a little deeper.
Top 8, fine.
Yeah, top 4.
Undercover, that's a fine shot.
Just a little far, but okay.
I think he could probably sit on this.
He will try to. It's the only option they have because he can't take it out.
Well, Jesus is getting a little bit more color back into him, and he's sweeping pretty good right now.
A second life, maybe?
He did. You know what? I think he resurrected once again.
He's laughing. He's a sport. Closing the bar and being right back on the ice.
You know what? That's what Jesus does. My Jesus parties all night long and wakes up the next morning and curls. He comes right out of the tomb with a 6-pack in each hand.
You must be reading a different scripture than I'm used to.
Yeah, they're the Psalms that were hidden in the tomb. No one brought them out. I caught it on the internet.
Okay, that was an unfortunate lost shot from Skip from CapeCod. Now Joe has a relatively easy
He just throw the same shot, right?
Yep. I see some. So now we know why the score was not up there for Team D. It was a blank in the first end. And at the second end, Team Pring has taken 3 points for a commanding lead.
It looks good for Aaron here on sheet C.
Very tough for Rosemary to get in.
I don't know how she could get in there at all.
Angle race maybe on the red, or
oh no, that's covered up on the outside. I mean, I guess you could split them two.
Maybe she could ask for a miracle, but she would have to be on sheet A.
She'd have to talk to Jesus. He's using it all up sweeping. I don't know how many more miracles he's got.
She is thinking about drawing in, but I don't think it's there. Did he make it yet? Joe did make it.
Joe made his 2 there.
Score is 2-1 for Team Bucks 2.
Hey, Roland, we're up to 15 viewers right now.
And Bucks 2, yeah. And Bucks 2, of course, is a slightly misleading name because 3 of the Bucks players are also Philadelphia players. But
we don't recognize Philly at all here at Bucks.
So with this...
you cut us in half, Roland. We bleed green and yellow.
Your language is flowery as always. And Dave Schmel.
I think Dave got himself a deuce there.
A deuce, so that score is 2-1 on sheet A in favor of Bucks.
Well, we're coming down to the last shot here on sheet C.
And it is a full house. I mean, literally 14 rocks in play.
So is she going to try to come off that outside red and in?
Not a bad idea.
I mean, it can't hurt, right?
No, I don't think that.
Well, I guess it could hurt. You could give up 3 versus 2.
I am puzzled, but I'm often puzzled. So.
I think if you can just come off the inside of it, you might roll over.
I see misery there. If you hit it too heavy, as you say, then you might give him 3.
You could give him 3.
Sometimes the best shot is the shot not made. Just take your 2.
Well, if that was the case, I made a bunch of great shots today in the first game.
I did say sometimes. Okay, so Rosemary's off.
I can't see the weight here. Cindy's blocking it with her pinkness. This looks like a draw.
I don't see how this could end up well.
Well, is she coming here to cut it down? Oh.
There was no port there.
Well, yeah, it was a tough port.
So that means that the team of too many skips, or 1 too many skips, from Plainfield is now going up 4-0 in the third end. Meanwhile,
this looks like a nice control takeout here and roll over to the wings.
I see Obi-Wan Kenobi and Jesus have a little entract with each other. For those tuning in, our Bucks County Curling Club, draw number 5 of the Crooked Billet.
The Cinco de Billet.
Cinco de Billet, the 5th one. Fully booked with 32 teams from
all over the world.
All over the world, but mainly from the eastern side of the America.
I like to call it all over the world.
All over the world, yeah.
You get outside of Levittown, it's all over the world.
Nice representation from places like Utica and Albany, Chesapeake.
We have a team from Utica?
And even someone from Wisconsin.
Yes, we have them all over. We have many Canadian curlers here and
many Canadian.
American. We even have ourselves a Danish curler if he'd ever get off the mic.
Yeah. I know it's very tough to geographically challenge to tell apart Netherlands from Denmark, but they are two
it's
separate
close enough.
Yeah. They're both bordered by Germany. Looks like Cindy's got that one. Nicely on the nose.
That's a real
and
nice
rolling
shot.
Under, very nice. It's open, but it's...
This is falling right into Joe's plans here. It's going to be, looks like a hit takeout game here.
He wouldn't mind that.
No, I think he would enjoy that very much.
Of course, this ice is really conducive to a much more of a hiding game behind guards. With all the beautiful curl that you can get.
This looks good too as well. It could move a little bit more to get under cover. I think it's going to hit on the outside.
It's definitely going to hit it.
And end up nosing.
So, same shot again. Just move the rock a little closer.
Jesus, a little stumbling out of there.
I did see that.
Looked like he was walking on water, not ice.
Something, of course, no problem for him whatsoever.
No.
The man has really given it his best, but I think he might be running a little low on gas.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes when you have an intoxicating night before. It's the morning after the day before.
That's the joke about being young, right?
I don't know. I'm not young anymore.
No, you're not. I have to agree with that. So when you have to play again tonight at 9 o'clock?
Oh, we play at 9 o'clock. I'm trying to limit my beer intake.
Sucks.
I'm doing like 2 an hour.
Yeah. And for our listeners who may not be aware of my colleague here, his real name is Mark O'Donnell, but we all know him by many beers.
I do have a tendency to put him down.
And if you want to see pictures of him, you have to go to the Temple website and look up the Temperers, and you will no doubt immediately recognize him. What happens to him after the first case has been emptied?
It goes downhill quickly.
He's a very big fan of Temple University football. Season tickets, and if I'm not mistaken, it's parking lot K.
It is parking lot K. We are in the.
I did my research this morning.
You did. I mean, that's a good color man there.
And I would really recommend you look it up, because those pictures are something else. These guys dress up. What you see here on the ice is nothing compared to that. Enough. Back to the curling here.
It looks like you could if you could draw this thing on the button here, this would be a great shot. I think it's there on its own.
Nancy, nice shot there.
Wow, Nancy throwing it.
Beautiful.
How about that for the birthday girl?
Oh, right on the button.
Woo! Oh, and she's loving it. There's a bit of a smile on her face. And that just isn't because she saw it rolling.
They're dancing on the ice. Oh, yeah, we have cowbells here for added enthusiasm.
Yes. Wow, can you spell that word? You remember, I went to Temple. I can't. I spell phonetically, except like phonetically isn't spelled phonetically.
English language is difficult. Okay, it seems that they
this is followed up by another nice shot.
Oh, and they'll just push it back a bit.
Oh, that's a cowbell worthy too.
Wow, what a shot. But it's peeking out a little bit there on the side.
Yeah, I like it when it peeks out on the side.
Any small favors you can get.
I'll take what I can get, Roland.
Okay, I don't know why Joe is coming in from the left.
Maybe he can't. Maybe he's thinking that guard is covering more.
Okay, well, he's the skip. He knows what he's doing.
Maybe he's afraid that if she's a little wide, it's a jam on the back. So this takes out the jam. If she could throw a heavier draw, she just basically threw the shot.
She did. Well,
maybe a little heavier and a little further out.
That would not be good.
Yeah, I think this is a little heavier. This might be on the back blue. The line was perfect, just a tad. Actually,
it might be close to
one. It could be shot.
But
that's close.
Has the disadvantage of being
behind the tee line, exactly.
As Russ Howard always says, there's no good shot behind the tee line.
And Mo Howard always says, never go after anything behind the tee. And he goes, a yuck, 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 too.
Okay, he'll try to repeat that shot. He just did it. It looks a little wide.
Yeah, I think he is. I think it's heavy, and that's why it just isn't going to move. Yeah, this is going to it's going to catch the back blue, I believe.
Yeah, that was not what he wanted.
So I think Joe can just sit on top of this right now.
Well, it'd be very nice if he did.
They're looking at to see which one is shot. It doesn't matter. If Joe can sit on top of this is where you need to be.
Well, since he wanted this shot from Nancy, he should do the shot himself.
Actually, he doesn't even have to sit on top of it. He can just touch the button. He's sitting too, I believe. And a pretty good guard as well, right?
It is.
Joe with his basic coming down, cleaning the ice slide. That's what he likes to do. That's part of his routine. Joe, an avid pinochle fan, plays it a lot in his spare time.
Okay, we have now just slipped into trivia questions about Joe's secret life.
He's known to play two-hand pinochle like the best of us.
I'm astounded by what you've learned. Okay, Joe's sliding out now, trying to get that shot basically as close to the button as he can get. Tee would not be bad.
Actually, I'd like just biting the button.
It might be a little light. No, still looking good.
If they can get it in there.
Still looking good.
Come on, girls, get it in there.
Come on. Oh, just short.
Well, that's a good guard. I'll give you that.
Assuming that red's not lying one.
Well, all red's got to do now is tap theirs back on the outside here. Come from the right side here, Roland?
I would think so, yeah.
You just throw basically top four weight, let it just drive back on the back blue.
And lie two.
Yes.
It is the shot. But as always, it's very easy to call them from here. And never miss.
I've never missed from behind the circles here.
See what excitement is going on the other sheets. We have sheet D comeback from the sheets rink with 2 in the third end. So the score now being 3-2 in favor of Pring. Sheet C still looking. They're still playing the third end, and it's 4-0 for the too many captains from playing field.
Roland, is this enough ice here to draw in here for a tap? Oh, they're going to throw hack weight. Okay.
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, if you're a little heavy, then it just sails by and joins the.
Oh, I thought Cindy was taking it all off for the cameras right there. She went from pink to pink.
Matching outfits here, layers that are matching. And here, Princess Leia.
I don't want to see any more layers of pink.
Princess Leia is in full gallop on sheet A.
Well, he's got to do something. He's looking at 6 in the house there, right?
5.
5, okay.
5 reds.
Nothing like drawing against 5.
Well, it's not the last rock, but
you better get your ass in there.
The Rebel Scum is definitely in the same situation as they were in the Empire Strikes Back.
Yes. That's a nice shot there, Roland. I think they are definitely sitting shot here.
Shot, but not second. So it's 1 red.
But they still set themselves up for another tap back.
What is Joe going to do?
Tap that blue back.
Tap the blue back.
Tap it all day. I was going to say, Chris looked like he needed a beer there.
And he found one? He found one.
I think you heard us talking about him there.
Another owl.
Chris has been a teammate of mine for like 3.5 years now.
Still curling with you?
Oh, now I'm done, so he's free to take the reins.
Okay, this is Joe's last rock. Joe Phillips trying to tap that blue back onto the button. Lying guarded by his own rock.
They're on it. Joe's calling for a sweep.
Looks good.
I think it's all about the weight here. It needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to go.
Looks good.
Oh, this could be fine. That's a fine shot.
Beautiful shot from Joe Phillips. Absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, the other team still has the same shot from the right side.
The problem is, I don't think you can get in. Well, you could chip that blue out. If you throw it a little heavy here, you could sit too. Yeah, you got to throw this hack weight. Nah. They won't get the back one out.
Depends on how you hit it.
Now they're going to raise that red into the blue and they'll sit too. It's got to be hacked though.
I think if you wanted to and it was your last shot in the tournament, I think you could get both blue out. If you hit it on the right side.
We'll go to our expert analysis here. What do you think here, Kevin? Hack weight, chip this out?
Well, that's the fun thing about curling. There are always many options, and we always know things better, even if we don't.
You think we know better?
Oh dear, I think Dave has just made a big dent into the Rebel scum.
Yeah.
Took their ice planet of Hoth away from them.
I think he just went Ewok all over the ice. Oh, this has got to move. Guys, get off it.
Oh, no. Nice steal by Joe Phillips.
Did it lose handle there? That was weird. It actually went right at the very end. Why were they sweeping on that?
Well, that was a great end.
Unless they were trying to pull it over. But they were both sweeping.
Both teams playing really nice up to that last shot. It was very close. I think she might have been a little heavy. And on this ice, when you're heavy, it's just, it doesn't come back. I think my fellow commentator is going to either replenish or empty up. Okay, a little quiet here. We are in between the action. We're still at Bucks County Curling Club, fifth draw of the Crooked Billet Bonspiel, 32 teams. On beautiful ice today, a little colder than yesterday. Yesterday we started at 83 degrees and we're now down to 61. Still better for the ice, but I have seen some teams struggle with the speed, in that it's unexpectedly fast. No, I curl in this club and in Philly, which is 20, 30 miles away. And if I go from one club to the other, I always have to take a lot of weight off my rocks over here because the ice is so fast. Ice makers have done a great job yesterday and today. Team very quickly did turn around, and thank them very much for the beautiful ice that they gave all the players here to work with. Team on sheet C, Team Morgan has just taken one back, so the score there 4-1 in favor of the too many skips from Plainfield team. On sheet A, Dave Schmel just took a 5-ender to move the score to 7-1 in favor of Buck 6. Albany to require an immense amount of help from the force here. They're dressed up as cast from Star Wars. with Princess Leia as skip, R2-D2 as lead, Obi-Wan Kenobi as vice, and Chewbacca, our next bathroom Jesus, as second. On our feature sheet, we have a team from Bucks, led by Joe Phillips, playing a team from CapeCod, led by Kathy Uhl. He just played a remarkable, very nice end, the third end, and then now in the fourth end with Team Phillips leading with 3-1. And with that, I'm going to take a short break.
Are you going to the little announcer's room?
The leak is sprung.
Cindy's first shot here. I believe she's going to try to throw a top 8 guard here. Oh, we do have an update. Dan did say it reversed handle, so it definitely picked something on that shot. That's a good shot by Cindy. Geez, Roland, did you take any time to breathe?
Duty calls.
Duty. I hate to see you do a duty.
It's too early for potty humor. Okay, Dave has a relatively easy game here, just keeping the house clean.
I think Dave's feeling it right now.
He's cruising.
He's back, knees healthy.
Looks very confident about himself.
I think Dave has used the force often this week.
Meanwhile, on our featured sheet,
they picked the guard here.
We're in the seconds now. That's the second drop in the seconds.
You know, Joe's looking very serious. You can't tell if he's enjoying himself or not. He's just very serious when it comes to curling.
Joe always looks very serious.
Yes.
But he has been known to laugh now and then. There was this once in 2012. He's just a serious curler and an engineer. Okay, I think Cindy is trying to put a guard up there, but it's a little heavy for a guard. Oh, really sorry, I was totally mistaken. It was obviously meant to just be on top of that red. Actually, nice shot. A bit of a quiet time here in the club.
Yeah, I think it's after lunch and
little nap.
Yes.
You have to pace yourself in bonspiels.
Yeah, you know, you just can't come right out of the bat hitting alcohol hard. That's one thing I learned about spiels. You got to pace yourself.
Yeah, that first night you want to have a good time, and then you pay the price the next morning on the sheet. Everything is behind the tee line.
Not a good place to be. That's how my game was today. Everything was behind. It was on the wings. There was never a guard.
I think Joe is trying to maybe just freeze one right on top of there. And
yeah, that's the ice for it, I think, here. She looked like she kind of gave it a little push there at the end, Roland.
Could be.
Maybe she didn't like their weight coming out of the hat, because this looks fine.
That's a little heavy.
You think?
Yeah. or freeze, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? She's actually going to tap her blue out of here. Oh, right. There's worse things could have happened.
Yeah, it's still all behind the tee, so relatively little damage done. Anything exciting happening on sheet C or D?
C is still, Aaron is 4-1.
He's in command.
D got a little closer. D is within 1 here. Coming down to Vice Stones here.
I think that's actually Skip Rocks.
Oh, you might be right, Roland. It is Skip Rocks, I think. All right, this is going to move. This is going to sit on that back blue if they can get it here. Wow, that really checked up.
Oh, here.
I could see why they waited. It looked like it had plenty of weight, and all of a sudden it just caught something and stuck.
It's over curling.
But they're going to sweep this in top 4.
Okay, well, that's the first rock in front of the tee line. So let's see what Joe is asking for here. Straight to the button. I don't know what he means with that cutting movement.
I think he was just trying to, he's a repressed rapper, and he likes to go back to his moves. They used to call him in high school Ice Joe. He was like the white rapper of his school.
I thought it was Joe Nickel. Could be 10 cents. Okay, Nancy's trying to draw the button here. Still on course. Might be a little light.
This is going to be all right. Wow, that actually rolled back nice there, didn't it? The old 360 spin there.
That's cool. How curling rock, when you think it's come to a close, to an end, and it still makes a big turnaround.
Much like life, Roland. Much like life.
Oh, wisdom here on a Friday afternoon.
We do get deep in our conversations.
Another beer?
I still have one. I'm trying to nurse them. So far, out of 16, Dan is the only one who has responded to our chat.
Well, I can believe that.
I mean, what else you got to do out here on a Friday afternoon? But
15 hours sleep.
This looks wide.
Oh, it's an Austrian takeout.
I'll never get tired of hearing that.
This is my Swiss opponent in one said, I mean, when someone missed the shot completely and called it an Austrian takeout, because apparently the Swiss, who, of course, we know are good curlers, they seem to think less of their Austrian neighbors when it comes to curling. So, and we all know the field goal, of course, when a rock misses in between two rocks. But if you miss on the outside, you don't have a term for that really, other than miss. So, I think Austrian takeout is a nice alternative.
I do like that.
You can't insult too many people with it, because I don't think there are that many Austrian curlers.
No.
So it's relatively safe.
Well, not here at least. Maybe in Austria.
Okay, Joe Phillips.
This has got to go on sheet A. This has got to go. This might be the end of this game if he cannot get this in. Oh, and he blocked his draw, poured up.
Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi lost his faith. Dave is looking very good.
Yes, he is.
Oh. Team Pring score a point there. So the score now on
now 4-2. Yeah.
4-2.
So what is Joe going to do here? Is he going to guard it? Is he going to tap back a little bit here, or?
I think I wouldn't mind a guard, actually, a bit higher guard. If you're too close, then you're
giving yourself a double, possibly a triple up. Yes. Well, Joe,
hack weight?
This looks heavy here.
Did she say hack weight?
I agree. I think it's every bit of backline-ish. No, you know what? It's checking up.
Yeah, we'll certainly be in the rings, though. So it's not much of a guard, but...
Well, no, it's going to actually chip this blue undercover here.
Well, no, the damage is limited.
And they possibly could be sitting 3? No, 2.
Well, it's obvious that Utica's going to try and hit that. And they may change the whole thing around to...
You got to hit it on the outside to spill it. If you hit it nose, it's just going to jam on the back one.
Yeah.
But if it jams on the back one, yeah, it's definitely will still outcount that one to the back 8.
I think she wants to hit it just slightly off nose and get the 2 blues out.
Well, Roland, we just got an updated text from someone says you guys sound awesome and sexy.
Well, I'm glad you can't see us. I think curlers are a bit like fishermen. They love to talk about the achievements and what's going on.
Hey, he's got to make this draw.
He has to get through the port.
It looks good. It looks good. The weight looks good if they can get there.
It's beautiful. Come on, make this an
Oh,
interesting game.
that's a great draw.
That's worth a cowbell.
Yeah, that is worth a cowbell there.
Okay, that means that Albany 2, Rebels Come is still in the game with a 7-2 disadvantage that they have to make up for. But stranger things have happened. We did miss that.
They didn't quite get what they wanted there. They actually chipped off the outside red. I think they were trying to raise the red.
Okay, let's see what kind of damage can red do with its last rock.
Can Joe hurt himself if he freezes on that back red? Because if red comes and hits...
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's a good force, if anything, right?
It is. You could think, yeah, it's either that or
I mean, you could try to, yeah. Because even if you chip that red out, you're not, and
that button is very tough to reach.
Yeah. So if he sits on top of that back red, he's sitting 1-2. Even if they chip that out, he's only giving up 1. It's a great force.
Frankly, I don't think he can do anything bad up on that right side.
No.
Because that's the side he will have to come in through anyway.
Well, I think they can run the red back into the blue and sit shot.
True, but there are risks. You can be a little off.
But I think if he sits on that red, it's a jam.
Well, we'll know soon. He's ready and he's off.
Jesus looking a little white there.
I think needs some bomb.
We got an all there comment, and then the immortal words of Chris Mahoney, what is all there?
Okay, Joe, that will block certain things.
This is going to be really, if it stops. That's fine. That's a
what
fine
a nice
shot. That is great weight.
Okay, this will be a difficult decision to make here.
That's like an incredible trump and pinochle.
Okay, I guess if you run back the red, you might get both blues out.
You can.
And still lie only 1.
And only get 1. It was, like I said, it's a great force. Now, wait a minute. If you could come from the outside here, hit there in the pocket and stick around.
You might get 2.
Is it 2 or 3?
Don't you think that blue one will jam?
No, I think it'll actually chip the 1 blue out here on the back 8 out, too. Yeah. I think you got to give that a shot. Hit that right in the crotch.
If you're slightly off, then you give him 1, of course.
Come on, Dan. I think everybody agrees with that previous post.
What did Dan post?
I like this shot here. This is a good way to get 3, I think. Right in the old crotch shot.
I'm not there with you. I think that the left blue might jam on the left on the blue in the back, and the right blue might jam on the red.
That's a possibility. But you know, you got to give it a shot here.
Well, if you just hit the red back, then you will have 1 for sure.
God hates quitters.
And there we off. We'll see soon. That's got some speed.
It's got to move. Oh, it's just going to hit the outside blue.
And that's a steal of 1.
Yes,
slowly
1.
stealing their way.
It's a slow death
By small cuts. And this means that the Bucks team takes a lead of 4-1. In the 5th end.
I am never going to apologize to Brett Brown. That is the head coach of the Sixers, who won in spite of himself.
You're not a Sixers fan?
I agree. No, I am a Sixers fan. I just don't like Brett Brown. I agree, Dan. I think they, if you hit the crotch, you could have got 3 there.
Well,
I know if you hit my crotch, you get at least 2.
Any other score update? Oh dear, yeah, there is a score update on sheet C where the one skip too many now are 7-1 up.
Yeah, that
on the Morgan team, who are now looking at the dreadful prospect of 8 o'clock in the morning. Currently.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Sometimes that winning the first game ain't always what it sums up to be here. You get in this draw and you're feeling good, you're smelling yourself, and guess what? You end up in the game at 8 o'clock.
I think we still have quite a battle going on sheet D.
Pring's been very quiet. I haven't heard him yelling out.
You're referring to one person in particular?
Pring. He hasn't been counting.
The earth trembles.
Yes. I'm surprised he's not wearing the Jesus robe.
Yeah, it's not enough room in the Trinity.
He's got to bump out the Holy Ghost, I think.
Okay, we are in the middle of the games. 5th end. Their rules here are such that it is actually quite feasible to complete 8 ends. Many of these bond spiels, because of time constraints, it's sometimes difficult to complete full games because of time restraints. As I said, to give the ice crew enough time to clean up. Here they. As long as you complete 6 games in 95 minutes. Garden, please. 6 ends in 95 minutes. If the last rock was underway before the buzzer sounds, you get 2 new and 2 whole ends. So many teams are able to complete 8 ends. Well, and the only reason for ending shortly is, of course, when the scores are very lopsided, which sometimes happens.
Yeah, you got to know when to shake, Roland.
And at this moment, there's 2 games that look like
shakeable games. Yeah,
they are shakeable.
Well, on sheet A, you're playing at least. You're going to come back, just so the rocks come back. Anyhow, you give yourself a puncher's chance.
Yeah. I think both sheets will play 6 ends.
I mean, unless you're totally getting blown out, you never shake in the 5th end. I've done it.
We all have done it.
Sometimes the beer tastes colder if you shake after 5 than it does at 6.
Sometimes you just want to stop the bleeding. When you're playing one of those really good teams that everything you put in, they hit out and they stick, and you think, oh, this does not look good.
No. I was willing to shake after the first rock today.
Well, I've heard it defined. One definition of curling is it's an extremely complicated way of deciding who pays for the first round.
Exactly.
You do it with a coin toss.
But the good thing here at Bucks County, all the beer and wine is free.
This is true.
Unless you bring Miller Lite.
God forbid. What are you drinking again? Oh, Miller Lite.
I had to go out and get 2 cases today.
Are you? You must be a shareholder of that company.
I
right?
should be.
you insist on getting your dividends in liquid.
I saw everybody fall.
Okay, Joe Phillips is line 2 in the house here.
This is summing up to a Joe game here. He's got him under control, I think.
Looks good for a double,
this is a great double, I think.
No,
nah,
just jam.
That's fine. Joe, do you remove the red here, or do you tap back your blue here, Roland? What do you like?
Move the red.
I agree. Move the red, roll over his cover.
But he's not going for it. And
yes, he is.
Yeah.
No, he's just going to guard it.
Yeah.
That's fine as well. Cindy down to her second level of pink.
And we're all speculating how many levels of pink are below.
I don't know how many. I don't know how far below we want to go for pink, but she comes out of the trot, delivering.
A little wobble. I think these commentaries are so unfair. You know, I remember when I played in Utica, and that was the first time they broadcast there, and I heard later what they were saying about us. It's horrible.
Yeah. I don't even want to listen to my what they were saying about. Oh, the Mac Mead out there asking for a shout out. Thank you for the morning bartender. He was a fine bartender this morning. A little heavy-handed on the screwdrivers and Bloody Marys, and I think everybody enjoyed it.
Okay, that was not quite the freeze Joe was asking for, but not a bad shot.
No, you know what? It is second shot here, Roland, and there is a takeout here. You could run that red back into the blue.
I think that is the intention. It's a little wide.
It is a lot wide.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Now it's going to come back, but I think it might just actually chip the red out. Yep.
Well, that takes some. That takes
talent to do that.
You couldn't call for that shot.
No.
Okay, so we'll pile them up higher and deeper, which is what I think PhD stands for, right?
Yes. I'm 2 degrees short of my PhD.
But you're a temperer.
I am a temperer. I do hold my bachelor's of business administration. That means I can administrate the business.
That's all you need to do. Okay, Nancy for first device shot. Team Phillips has been stealing here from the second and onwards.
Yeah, you said it's death by paper cuts, and that's what it sounds like. I think Nancy's just going to tap the blue up here a little bit.
Yes, making it a little more busy in the middle.
Actually, a little split here, but the problem is if she splits.
Oh, she's a little deeper than that. Oh, that's not bad.
You know what?
That's not bad.
Nah, you know what? You give them something to sit on here. You get a hit and roll under.
Just have to make it, of course.
Some updates here on the other sheets. Pring is in a battle over here on sheet D. Coming down to Skip Rocks here.
Yep.
If he could chip this out, they might actually sit 3.
Could be. Very tough to see from here, but.
Oh, this is going to be a nice shot. I think they're all going to like this. It actually kicked out a little too far.
Yeah, that means that Nancy gets to do this again. A little higher up this time. A little less weight.
Yep. Something top 12 here.
Oh, no, he's going to try it from the other side and just tap it in a bit.
I think he just wants that guard just on the outside of the one that's in the middle of the 12.
Joe always puts this broom down first where he wants the rock to end. You saw that, I didn't.
I've also heard Joe yell, "Nice color." I've never seen Joe upset at anybody.
For our listeners who don't know this joke, I mean, of course, curlers are very civilized people, so they never say you made a bad shot. They do say, when they say that nice weight, they mean your line was lousy. They say nice line, the opposite is true.
That means your weight was lousy.
But what do you do if both line and weight are lousy? And my wife found a new one, and that is nice color. You at least pick the right color rock.
And I've seen that happen, too, where they've not thrown the right color.
Nice shot by Nancy here.
You got a double set up here, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's tough to see how Red can get
you know what?
one.
You're willing to give up this. I mean, if they can make it great, it'll spill outside. Joe hits it anyhow. But they're coming out of a control weight. This isn't really going to be double takeout weight here, Roland.
No, and it might overcurl.
Actually, I think they're going to just crotch this and just drive the front one out. Yep. And actually flash out. So we're right back to the same spot 3 times in a row.
No, Joe can do it himself. Okay, so there was a development on sheet D that we missed, but I assume that Pring won because
he hung 2 on there.
He hung oh yeah, it's now 6-2 for the Pring ring.
That was a quick hang. I mean, they didn't wait to the vice stones.
Yeah, it's normally
that's
civilized
etiquette.
To wait a little.
Isn't it etiquette? Like you don't hang it right away.
It depends on what country you are. I came back from Scotland and they have a different rule. You don't hang your own score there. The opposition hangs your score. I mean, I guess they're a little suspicious about you hanging your own score, so you do the opposition do it, and you know it's always right.
Well, I mean, it is Scottish. In golf, you keep the other guy's score.
Exactly.
That's what you do. So
in curling, you hang your own score, but I was always told that you wait a bit for hanging your score.
I agree. You let the vice throw.
Yeah.
The vice does it right before he throws the stone, or he throws it or hangs it after his first stone.
But it's nice for us commentators, of course, because at least we're up to date here.
If not, we had to just go with endless banter.
That would be something new there. That means that Team Sheets has their work cut out for them, and they're in the 6th end, and they're 6-2 down.
Looks like a lot of 8 o'clock games coming on here, Roland. Looks like at least 4 that I know of.
Well, that would be the logic of 8 teams playing here, right?
Let's see how this works out. If my math is correct, at least 4 of these teams will be playing at 8 o'clock.
Let's see what we have here. Joe put another one on top of there, so there's now 3 in a row.
You're actually watching the closest game going on right now. I mean,
nice.
Sheet C. Aaron took it charge there with a 3-ender in the 4th.
And he's already back here. He's not even.
Matt's playing an incredible speed. They're on the 6th end. They are trumping everybody right now.
He plays fast normally. And I must say, I enjoy people that play fast. I mean,
wow.
Oh, Dave.
I don't know what Dave was trying to do there.
Well, he was successful in hitting his own rock, but I can't believe that was the option.
No, was he trying to play an angle raise with that weight?
Did they get points?
They got another point, and they got a steal, so it's now 7-3 going into the 6th end.
7-3.
7-3. Well, you got yourself a. You know what? On the
don't underestimate
the forest moon of Endor, 7-3 is like anybody's game.
It's like what is it? Hitting a wombat from.
It's like getting a Wookiee on your neck.
Have you seen that spoof on it by Family Guy?
Oh yeah.
They say like, could you put a plank on it or something like that? Cover that hole.
Yeah. How much is it going to cost? Let's get an whoa! Let's get an estimate first.
Okay, so the game on sheet A has got some luster back there. Rebel Scum is
chipping away here, and you know what? If they can get another steal here, it's going to be anybody's game. Look at Leia comes running out there to add her little earmuffs to it just to try to get it over. They're going to have to do their damnedest to get it over the hog line, and they have. What a great sweep!
I think it was the influence of Jesus.
I think Jesus actually just put his hand out and moved the stone.
Didn't touch it, so it's legal. Look at Pring. He's got it set up there right on CD. There's 2 reds and there's another one coming in, making life very difficult for Eric Sheets.
So, we were talking about Easter. It just happened a couple weeks ago, and I said, isn't that the time when Jesus comes out of the tomb, sees a shadow? It means 6 more weeks to summer, right?
Yes. Your divinity school must be proud of you. That's Puxatawny Phil, right?
Yes. Yeah. Or we call him Nazareth Jesus.
He has to roll the stone, though, right?
He does have to roll the stone, and if you got a good enough sweepers, you can get that out of there in no time.
That's right. That's another good movie, by the way, Groundhog Day. I love that one. That's so funny. Okay, we're enough banter here.
And we're
I think it looks like we are not going to get the sixth end on sheet C.
No, we're not going to get to the sixth end.
I think Rosemary Morgan has decided drinking is much more not fun than.
You know what? You got it. Like I said, she says, I'm here to 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's get drunk tonight.
Okay, so.
That's fine. You know what? You save your energy.
They are nice shot on sheet A there. Beautiful.
Wow. I mean, it's actually gonna be out there enough for a takeout, but
threading the needle.
I mean, this is where Cassie's got to make her shot here on sheet A.
Okay, so created some room in sheet D there, but Spring will not be unhappy with that. The fewer rocks in play, the better.
Hey, we're down to 19 viewers. I don't know. Hopefully none of our divinity talk chased them away.
We have to have a little bit fun here. So, as we said yesterday, this is not an easy sport to commentate on radio style.
No.
What do you do? The rock is sliding. It's sliding. They're sweeping.
Yes.
They're sweeping.
We don't have the luxury of the commercials, so we have to bypass all the front end shit.
Okay, so what happened here on sheet B? We missed all of that together. But we stole again.
Yes.
So
Joe's got this game, but he's been stealing end for end, but he's only getting one. So
one big end could make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, he's up 4, but Kathy could easily get a double here and be right back in this ball game. Oh, now we're down to 18. I know Mac Mead's still hanging out there. What else has he got to do? This looks like a nice little controlled takeout on sheet A here, Roland.
Very nice shot.
They're going to chip and roll under cover, push it back.
Maybe not enough weight for that.
Don't know if that's even shot. It is shot.
That is a subtlety I haven't seen since Luke 2:15.
Hey, Joe is wearing skinny pants right now. Don't you think so?
It is. I mean, I don't know whether our viewers can see this team, but they are definitely the best dressed team on the island.
Oh, yeah, you got to get, win or lose, they have won the Bonspiel for their outfits.
They are.
That's a good peel. Dave wanted a peel, and he got it on sheet A. Right now, looks like Red is trying to just draw on the outside of 4, setting up a guard maybe. Yeah, they're setting up a guard.
Yeah, they will have to steal.
Look at Joe with a little bit of a smile on his face now. He's feeling confident. And if you do look at Joe, it looks like his legs just go right up to his shoulders. He has no hips. If there wasn't pockets on the back of his pants, I'd have no idea where his shoulders end.
He is confident. And why wouldn't he be? He's 6-1 ahead. It was actually 2 points that they stole.
Oh, that's a big difference there.
Well, why not put him right in the house? I mean, the other team will have to steal. It makes no sense to hit him out.
Oh, we're coming down on sheet A. Jesus has got to tap back the Red here. It looks a real light.
Yeah, I think he will need some extra force there.
I mean, if they can get this over for a guard, look at the sweeping going on here.
These are not the rocks you're looking for.
These are not the stones you would like. Here comes the takeout and roll under. They got to get on it. Unless they're trying to draw here.
Which sheet are you talking about?
The one we're watching.
Oh, okay. I think they're trying to draw, but it's a little heavy.
Ugh. That extra 3 foot, you wave your hand, and you think it's a good shot, and then you end up going, that really not a great shot.
So disappointing, because as a player, I mean, you think you really have thrown a good rock. And you know when the sweepers don't sweep, you know, okay, this could be trouble.
Yeah, I'd rather them sweeping than saying, shit, this is back 12 weight.
And then it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, it just keeps on trickling by.
I think Joe is just going to do the pile-up game again.
He might as well put the foot on the pedal here, man.
Put another one right in front there. Making life really miserable for the CapeCod team. they have got this tied up. This is well played.
Yeah, it's a fine shot there, right at the top of the rings. Sitting 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, you have to hit at some point, but what are you going to do when you hit? Okay, so then they hit back. He doesn't mind, especially with middle with Nancy coming up. Okay, and there let's see what the Mighty Pring does on sheet D.
They're saying that's through the house. Just eliminating stones over there on sheet D is what he should do, and that's what he's doing.
Oh, they've been very unlucky with these takeouts.
Yeah, they're hitting them, but the stones are just sitting around.
I mean, you want your hitting rock to stick. Yeah, on sheet A, Obi-Wan Kenobi is conferring with Leia. Just before he does his disappearance act.
Well, they're in a little predicament since they stole the last 2 ends. I mean, they got to get multiples here, and it's Dave's not going to let them get multiples. But if they could pick away here and get another 1, you're giving yourself a chance here.
Sure, that's all you need.
Cindy's throwing. This looks a little heavy for a guard.
Yeah, it's a nice step though. It's right down the open, so this will be hit. On sheet D, we're talking about.
No, yeah.
On our feature sheet, Team Phillips playing Team Oel from CapeCod. Phillips leading with 6-1.
And they guess what they get to do again? Another double try here.
Yeah, it's must be it's very frustrating if you play with this core because I mean it seems like there's nothing you can do that will change the.
I don't even know if you go for the double right now. You just hit the 1 on the button and try to roll just under cover here on the left.
So what the CapeCod team has been struggling with is that their takeouts have all hit their target, but then the shooter rolls out, and the situation is basically unchanged. Does this look better? Looks like it might stick around.
I think it's going to actually hit the 1 in front and just chip out. Wow. You called it, Roland. They have had some unlucky rolls.
Just what I
How do you just miss hitting that 1 there? I mean, if it hits it, it's sticking around probably top 4.
Yeah.
So we're down to, on sheet D, it looks like it basically going to just be a 1 here.
Yeah, you can't see much more.
No, I mean, he's going to hit here, unless he can hit and roll under cover and somehow Matt flashes, which I don't think he would do. Leia throwing a real nice shot here on sheet A, and Albany sitting 2. Forcing Dave to make a draw or come down to something.
Eric Sheets does stick around, but on the wrong side. Given a relatively easy hit for the Mighty Pring.
Yeah, as I said, this was definitely a force of 1 going on all day long.
And that's not going to be bad for the Pring team. That means 6-3.
6-3 going into the 7th end.
Yeah. Well, they will continue playing, no doubt.
I think all the sheets will make it. Obviously, C has already handshake.
I guess if Dave makes a good shot here.
Well, Dave's got 2 shots here. The one thing he can't do is flash.
No. 8-3, I think they'll shake.
And they're going to go for the double once again.
And once again, they lose the shooter.
Wow.
It's
just unbelievable.
4th in a row. And you know, every time there is another blue rock extra.
Oh boy, this is what we said could not happen for Dave. I think he just threw it through the house.
Oh boy, he's going to be demoted to captain on the Imperial Starship. He did.
Right now, if you're Albany, you're throwing this thing just as a biter right there,
Yes.
exactly where he's pointing. This will be a tremendous shot.
I think Dave needs a booster.
The problem is, I still think Dave can get to that outside one on the for the hit.
For one, yeah. Could you give him one? Well, Dave has to play the scoreboard. He is 7-2 up. I mean, I don't even understand.
I'm surprised Dave didn't go for that hit on that last shot instead of trying to draw. Just eliminate the stones, right?
I agree. And I even wonder whether would be possible for him to hit one on the left.
That's what I'm saying. That one out there, he could definitely hit.
Okay, so Nancy put another one in there, so it's blue counting 3 or 4. 3 for sure.
Oh, this looks heavy. This is through the house as well. No, it's trying to check up. Wow, it is checking up.
It's a little heavy. You're right there. It's not going to be much of a guard.
No, this isn't where he wanted it. He's going to give Dave a opportunity to sit on something.
Ooh, this is cool because if Dave just hits this, he might give them a 1. Here's sheet A. We watched the score there is 7-2 in favor of the team of Bucks.
If Red didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all. They just chipped the one in the front, and I mean, at least they're sitting 3. The third shot.
Yeah, and Joe's going to put right another one in there.
We're coming down to the last shot on sheet A. Dave just goes for the takeout here, but like Roland just said, I think if he makes this takeout for the double, he's rolling out. I think he's willing to give up 1, but if he could nose it, he steals or he takes 1 and pretty much handshakes.
I don't know whether with a nose he will have enough.
No, you're not going to get the double with nose.
No, but you might not be lying shot.
You're not laying shot if you get nose.
So then you give him 1.
He's going to go for the double. The problem is if he's trying to really try to skinny this for the double, he's a possibility of a flash and gives up 3, which is a no-no.
Yeah, that will give the Rebel Force a new life there. Strangest things have been.
He's a little narrow. He's making sure he's not going to flash. This is a nose. This is going to be a 1.
It's a little on the left side, so you might lose the shooter. It's definitely 1 steal.
It's 1 blue again, and they're just going to keep hanging around, rolling.
Rebel Scum is stealing. And I'm not calling them Rebel Scum because I want to be mean to them. That's their actual name, Rebel Scum. Albany 2. With Spencer Koshin, Stu Howells, Alejandro Buxo, and Tara Whittle. On our feature sheet, Team B, where Team CapeCod and Team Bucks 2 are battling out. Team CapeCod had quite a streak of bad luck with most of their attempted hits, losing the shooter as well as the rock they hit. Now Team Phillips lying 3 and making it near impossible for CapeCod to get more than 1 here. Trying for a double, but they wouldn't lie shot, and they would, even if they're successful. I think Joe Phillips would just take that out. Meanwhile, on sheet D, the other sheet that's still going on, Team Pring stole another, and the score there now is 7-2. Pretty much impossible to make it there. Nice shot. Removed 2 blues. Still blue lying 1, and probably just putting 1 right in front there, yeah. Making it very difficult to score more than 1, if that. My colleague has just returned from the Department of Donations.
So gassy, Roland. So gassy.
I was just telling our audience that Team Pring on sheet D has stolen yet another, so they are cruising.
I'm surprised that ain't handshakes right now.
That, yeah, I think Team Sheets will play the 8 o'clock.
Well, you know what? They're playing at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing to rest up for. You might as well just go for it, right?
Okay,
You never know.
So here, Skip of CapeCod made a nice hit, and removed 2 blues. But Joe Phillips is trying to look to put it right in the front, in the 4th foot, making it very difficult to score anything but 1 maybe, if that.
Yeah, I mean, and Joe doesn't miss these
Looks
shots.
a little heavy, though.
No, they're saying it's got to go.
Yeah, they could be wrong. No, line's great. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that looks very good. Nice guard there.
Joe put it right where he needed to put it. Cindy can agree to that.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far or deep.
So what are you trying to say? Cindy's
2 layers more. Let's see. What do you do? What do you do, Mark?
You better ask Jesus on sheet A, because I don't know how the hell you get in there to.
You want to move all those blues out.
You can't. You know what you could do?
You could go into an asteroid field.
You got to run the blue back. You got to make a peel double here and sit your 1.
Yeah, because you won't sit 2.
You will not sit 2 because it will not get in. Well,
no, the one in the back out counts it.
We got to ask Wayne here. Wayne, how the hell do you get in here to get 1 here?
Well, they're going to try, but this is almost guaranteed to be a steal 1 again.
I don't know how you're going to get 2 here.
I don't even know how you get here.
I don't even know how you get 1. You got to peel these 2. The problem is, and I guess the red's too far back for the blue to jam on it. It's a possibility, though.
Yeah, if it's perfect, then the right red back 1 will count as 1.
The line looks great.
It's a little white.
No, I think the line looks good.
A little white.
You're right, Roland. I was just trying to be helpful for the fans watching at home.
Steal 1 for Joe again. This is the 5th steal, or 4th steal. Sorry, 4th steal. A bunch of thieves.
A bunch of thieves.
7.
I mean, are they debating? Are they thinking about shaking? No.
7-1.
7-1, and they're not shaking. I shook less than that. I was only down by 4.
I guess they want more punishment.
Chris going for the peel here.
And missing it.
No, nope. He got it. You never say that about Chris. Chris always comes through in the flash.
So on sheet A, we still have a game. The Rebel Scum's coming back with 2 steals in a row. And now in their 7th end, it's 7-4. So
yeah, I'll tell you what, if you look at that game, Roland, Dave really had 2 ends.
Yeah.
He had the second, and the 3rd end was a hell of an end, getting 5. And I don't know what happened to the Rebel Scum.
Well, they're a good team. They just had the misfortune of a real bad end. That can happen. Now on team.
Maybe they had to pass a Boba Fett.
Now the way of the Lord are mysterious. And that was Jesus just throwing the rock there.
He's guiding it right on there. He's using his force to get it down. I think it's a little light, but it's going to be it's going to be a 3 guard. I see the soft pretzels are a hit here at Bucks County. Again, we're in the Philadelphia region, and we are known for our soft pretzels.
With mustard.
With mustard. I'll grab one after this broadcast, if there's still some left. Don't care if there isn't. I've had my share of pretzels in my lifetime.
So we have 3 games going on here in spite of what some might say are rather difficult odds.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that Sheet D or Sheet B could come back. Sheet A is still it's a crapshoot right now.
That's 7-3, whereas the others are 7-2 and 7-2.
Or 7-4 on Sheet A, Ron.
7-4. Oh yeah, they had just highlight. Yes, you're right. Okay. So, 7th end for all 3.
Definitely.
Did you notice the clock that are they all going to play 8?
They're all going to play 8. They were all in their 6th end when the clock ended.
They just love to curl. Nice shot there from D. Nice shot from D.
I mean, Joe's playing this perfect. Put it on there, make him hit it. Well, you're not going to get multiples. We play a hit game.
Well, she's going to try and put it behind her corner guard because that's why you put it there in the first place.
You better hope so.
I mean, I always find it funny when people put corner guards up and then just
never use them
in the middle. I mean, why do you bother?
They're basically saying your front end means absolutely nothing. I'm going to win this game myself.
Oh, that's not going to help them much.
No, that's going to be another corner guard.
Well, that would work in the Worlds.
Yeah, because you're not peeling 2 guards. That's a great high guard if that's what they were calling for.
Don't think so. Because Joe is doing his other game. I mean, he'll just pile it up in the middle again. It's been very successful.
Yeah, just keep putting it on.
So they didn't put the 6th end up yet, right?
No, the 6th end didn't come up. I think
that was a steal.
Yeah, Joe definitely got 1 there.
So it's 7-1. Well, it looked like the ice crew may win some time back here.
You would think so. When is the next draw?
Do I look like I'm the organizer?
Come on, you're the smart one. You are a doctor of something.
of 2 things, actually. But I stand in awe with the organizers. We have to ask the great Danks.
I'll ask Mr. Gelman over here. Gelman, when is the next draw? 4:10. 4:10. They're basically on schedule here.
They are. There's not going to be a scrape, so it's.
They don't have to. They just scrape the last end, right? So it's just a quick pebble and nip.
Okay, Dave is lying good here on sheet A. It's going to be 2 reds. Very nice.
That's wide open to sit on.
Yeah, but they have to steal, you know.
They got to steal. That's the problem when you're behind, you keep stealing.
I mean, that front is wide open and shouldn't be a problem for Dave. Meanwhile, on sheet D, Brian Dodd's ready for his shot. So, explain to me, why do we hear what's going on the ice? Is there a microphone there?
Oh yeah, we have several out there. Ian Alexander has mic'd the ice. If you look right between the middle of the sheets, between C and B, there's a mic hanging down between the third lights, and we have another one hanging down there.
I think that was just another Austrian takeout there.
You do like ripping on the Austrians, don't you?
Yeah, they've done some things to the world. Not just soccer. Not just soccer, Torte. You know, we Europeans, we like to make fun of each other.
You do like to make fun. And how do you feel about Brexit?
I mean, I think the United Kingdom is trying to make itself smaller and smaller.
Well, I'm not in favor of a uniform currency.
Let's see what is happening here on sheet A.
This is going to actually be a nice shot by Cindy, I believe, unless she chips this. That's fine.
Very good.
Yeah, like you said, you keep putting it in the middle, you're not going to get multiples.
Yeah. No, this.
I mean, and Kathy was trying to play him underneath, and she just hasn't been able to get the draw that under the cover. So
just objectively look. I mean, there's no red rocks in the house. There's 1 blue guard up,
and like you
three
said,
blues in the house.
You
2 are from the T line.
You got 2 wasted outside corner guards here right now.
Yeah. So now what happens is you get desperate, so you want to go to the middle, and now your corner guards have no use, of course. Oh, there's Princess Leia in gallop.
Yeah, she's really running down the ice. Or he, or whatever.
Don't you think those ear things must be warm?
I don't know, but I'm feeling hungry for a Danish.
Let's see.
All right, Nancy's shot here. Nancy's been on fire today. Maybe it's because it's her birthday. Maybe Roland gave her a little loving last night. We don't know what's going on, but she's been on fire, I think. Yeah, she's been making her shots.
She's playing very well. Birthday girl.
Her happy 39th birthday to Nancy.
She's now looking for a hit and roll. The old hit and roll. It's a little white.
You can tell if Nancy likes it. She does do the finger crawl.
Oh no, it's actually good.
This is fine. This is fine.
Fine. Another blue in the house. You see, this is the part that I don't like when you're behind them. You see every shot you put, there's another one of the opponents coming in and sticking, and now you're lying 4 against.
Well, I guess the only thing you could do is possibly just freeze, and if
then
you don't make the freeze,
you don't get more than 1.
Yeah, I know, and that's what Joe's played this perfectly.
Yeah, he has. Well, meanwhile, on sheet A, where we still have a competitive game going on,
Blue really is played this well.
Though, in essence, Dave doesn't have to do anything but guard it.
That's what I would do. But I mean, I guess you could still run.
Nice shot there.
I guess you could still run that outside 3 guard back into the red. The problem is that if he could make that shot, they're sitting 4.
What is Joe doing? Oh, he's guarding.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they made a nice shot, so it made it more difficult for Blue to guard this.
Nancy's shaking her head. I don't think she likes to wait. I think she might be a little heavy on this.
Could not be. That might not be so bad.
She's definitely outside. Here it comes now.
If it pushes it in, it's not so bad, actually.
No, I agree, Roland. What shot do they have here?
That's, I know, stagger too. I mean, there's no way this is going to work out.
You can't run that back into it. that actually worked out fine.
No, that will. If you're lucky, all 3 go, but so what?
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, here comes Dave's shot here on sheet A that you cannot see, but we're trying to keep you updated on it because many fans are out there interested.
I don't want to warn Dave, but this is where Dave normally wants to do heroics.
This is the difference between waking up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning saying, I don't have to play to 1:15, or I got to get my ass to the rink because I'm playing at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Now, normally Chris is the voice of reason, and you look at the look of concern on Chris's face. I don't think he likes Dave's call here.
Well, Dave is trying to run back.
He's trying to clear everything out.
And clear everything out and hope that there's not a blue sticking behind.
I agree with you, Roland. You just throw the guard here on sheet A and you give him no opportunity to get dirt too.
The point is that Dave knows that blue next shot will be the shot he's trying to do now.
And Dave's going for it.
Of course, and this is a magnificent.
Well, I think it's going to work.
Let's see.
No, it's going to just
1, 2. Oh, no. Blue is lying 1.
Blue is lying 1. After all that.
And blue is lying 1. Might steal again.
Now, if I'm blue, do you just draw behind that front red, sit on the button, and sit 2?
That's if you're very brave.
Why not? Because Dave can do a tap back.
True. This is your chance of stealing 2.
Yes.
Meanwhile, on our feature sheet, the situation has not changed.
Now
the guard was taken away, and I'm sure that Joe is going to just put.
I believe the tide's going out on Cape Cod right
now. Nice clams, though, there. That's the first of the skip rock, so there's still. Oh, I think on sheets.
I think we got shakes. We definitely have shakes. I think Pring has won that game.
I think Sheets has.
Sheets has conceded.
And Pring moves on.
Like he said he was going to.
And he is going for the, on sheet A, Princess Leia is going for the attempt to steal 2. And put one right behind red. This should be a,
they got to be careful because if they tap it back, oh, you cannot tap back here, folks. Oh, no.
A guard is not bad either.
No, you can't tap it back.
Yeah, but now Dave has only 1 shot.
He tap, double tap.
And he has to tap softly. Otherwise, he may still give him 2.
Nah. They can only give up 1 here. But the double tap is a shot. Oh, no. Roland, you're right. If he taps this and he's heavy, he will give up 2. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, that's careful.
I don't know. It's close. That outside left is real close.
I think they're still contemplating on sheet B what is the least of the nightmarish shots.
I'm really surprised this game's still going on here.
I think she's going to try and hit it back a little bit. Well, there's not much ice, so actually she's going to do a straight takeout and hope it sticks around or something? Or
yeah, I guess if she goes for the takeout, it hits and rolls under cover. She's sitting 2. Gives herself a chance here.
yeah.
Dave's going to go for the double tap, I think, right? Or he's just going for power hit.
Okay, let's watch what happens on sheet B. This is an important shot. First of the skip rocks of Cape Cod.
They're on it hard. I think they're all over the front guard. Okay, they're okay. All right. Well, things didn't really move. They're still sitting second.
Have a chance for 2 here
If Joe misses and
Joe
he can do a
misses.
takeout for 2, yes.
Joe could draw it back on the just right on
Draw
the
it
button.
to the button, exactly.
Just right on the button.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Davis.
Dave got,
Oh, nice shot from Dave. Very nice shot.
Look at that. That should be handshakes.
That's 8-3 there, or 8-4. 8-4.
Yes, and that's handshakes. That was a great shot by Dave.
Very nice takeout. Not unexpected one. And so the only sheet that's still curling is sheet B, where Joe Phillips is trying to top this game off with a hit right to the button. His teammates are trying to explain to him where the button is. I don't think he knows where it is.
Yeah, I think Joe just said, shut your mouth. I know exactly where the button's at.
It's always been there.
He goes, if we win this, I'll be hitting the button tonight.
He has a bit of backing even. So
Oh, he's got a lot of backing. He's also got a lot of stuff behind the tee here.
you just don't want to be too heavy. I mean, let's see. Has a lot of movement there to go. T, she says T, but it needs to move.
Oh, it really's got to move.
There it comes.
You know what? It ain't going to hurt.
There it comes.
They got
very nice.
It looks like T. Wade, a great call by the front end here.
Oh, what a beautiful shot.
That is just.
And what do you do now? Try to hit a double?
You shake.
Yeah, you should.
I think I shake and go drink my cold beer that's been sitting out there.
Okay, so she has a shot for 2. I mean, if she hits it right on the nose, maybe she'll get rid of both blues and sit and get 2.
Yeah.
You have to do something.
Yeah, you got to hit it, but
and if you hit it right off, then blue will steal again.
She's got to hit it nose. I think the blue will roll out.
Well, there is a jam, and there is a fact that the front blue might miss the back blue. So those are 2 options of
That's
missing.
the problem, hitting it nose. And if you hit it on the outside of nose, the chances of your stone sticking around is slim. But it's the only way you're going to get one.
So this might very well be the last shot of the game.
Coming at it this way.
And it's on its way, and our audience is holding its breath.
All 18 of them.
And there it comes in.
Oh, no. This is not going to happen.
Boom. No. Steal of 1, and that should be handshakes.
And I believe it is handshakes.
8-1. I don't think I've seen a game end.
Yeah, that's handshakes.
That's very good. Okay,
All right, well, Roland, thank you for the commentary tonight, and we'll come back for draw number 6 in about 15, 20 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mark. I will see what I'll do.
Okay.
Bye.